getting back at the vice principal without breaking any rules. So back in high school, I had this vice principal named Mr. Davis, who absolutely hated me. Like, this guy would go out of his way to make my life miserable over the stupidest stuff. He'd write me up for having my shirt untucked. He'd give me detention for being literally 2 seconds late to class. One time he made me clean gum off desks for a week because he said I was chewing too loudly in the hallway. The guy was on a total power trip and I was his favorite target. My walk to school every morning went past this liquor store about 2 blocks away. They always had these huge stacks of cardboard boxes full of empty bottles by their loading dock, just waiting for recycling pickup. One day I'm walking by and I see this tiny empty vodka bottle just sitting on top of a box. For some reason, I grabbed it and stuck it in my backpack. At lunch, I'm sitting with my friends in the cafeteria and I pull out this empty bottle. I start pretending to be drunk, like stumbling around and slurring my words. My friends thought it was hilarious. After lunch, I just tossed the bottle in the cafeteria trash and went to class. Didn't think anything of it. The next morning during announcements, Mr. Davis gets on the intercom sounding all serious and angry. He starts going on about how alcohol has no place in schools and anyone caught with alcohol or pretending to be intoxicated would face immediate suspension. That's when it hit me. Someone must have seen the bottle in the trash and reported it to him, and now he's freaking out thinking there's some drunk student running around school. I realized I had accidentally found the perfect way to mess with this guy without actually breaking any rules. Empty bottles aren't illegal. I wasn't drinking anything. I was just being an idiot teenager. So that afternoon on my walk home, I stopped by the liquor store again. This time, I grabbed like 6 empty mini bottles and stuffed them in my backpack. The next day, during my free period, I started placing them around school in random spots. One in a bathroom stall, one behind some books in the library, one in an empty locker that didn't have a lock. I even snuck one into the teacher's lounge when nobody was looking. Within 2 days, all hell broke loose. Teachers were finding these bottles everywhere and reporting them to the office. Mr. Davis was running around the school like a crazy person trying to figure out who was smuggling alcohol into school. They called an emergency assembly where he lectured us for like 30 minutes about the dangers of teenage drinking. His face was all red and he kept wiping sweat off his forehead. But here's the best part. During third period on Thursday, they announced a partial lockdown. Nobody could leave their classrooms while teachers searched the entire building looking for more bottles and trying to identify the mysterious drunk student. I'm sitting in chemistry class watching Mr. Davis march past our door with this panicked look on his face, and I'm trying so hard not to laugh out loud. They found like 4 more bottles that day, one in the gym storage room, one taped under a cafeteria table. The janitor found one in his supply closet and completely lost his mind. This went on for 2 weeks. Every few days, I'd plant another bottle somewhere new. The auditorium, the computer lab. I even put one in the school trophy case. Mr. Davis was getting more and more paranoid. He started randomly searching students' backpacks and lockers. He had teachers doing surprise locker checks. The guy was literally losing sleep over this. The funniest part was when I overheard him talking to another teacher about how he suspected it was me but couldn't prove anything. He kept saying there had to be a way to catch me red-handed, but I wasn't actually doing anything wrong. Empty bottles aren't alcohol. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't even bringing them into school full. I was just really good at hide and seek. After about 3 weeks, I got bored and stopped. But Mr. Davis never figured out it was me, and he spent the rest of the year randomly searching the school for bottles that were never there. Best revenge ever.